going to multiply it by hundreds.
234 lawmakers, including 22 Democrats, voted to approve the resolution, which accuses Tlaib of promoting false narratives about Hamas's attack on Israel and calling for the destruction of the state of Israel. Squad members backed Tlaib on the House floor yesterday. Watch this.
My city, my grandmother, like all Palestinians, just wants to live her life with freedom and human dignity we all deserve.
Time has expired.
The movement will continue for liberation until every single
time has expired.
Has the right to
Gentleman
live
from Maryland
in
is
Racism and sexism, Islamophobia, get pushed off of elevators, xenophobia and more right here in this workplace.
Todd, how do these women not understand that this was an unprovoked attack on Israel and the Hamas terrorists are now holding 240 hostages? How do they just go on this rampage and ignore all of that?
Well, that, of course, is the main takeaway. And so you look at their viewpoint and you don't understand how they can have that viewpoint. But it goes beyond that. As members of Congress, you have a responsibility, not just to your constituents and not just to what you feel in your heart, but you cannot say things that call into question the United States Congress, the United States government, that make our jobs more difficult on the foreign policy stage. You have to understand that when you take that job, yes, we can sit around here on this table and really express our opinions, but that's our job. When you're a congressperson, you have an obligation to your country, and they are not taking that obligation seriously by saying things like Trump would put us in concentration camps. You heard Cori Bush. People are pushing us off of elevators. You can't say that. You can say, I am pro-Palestine, pro-Palestinian, and we can disagree with that. But you can't say the things that they're saying.
Well, which I think gets to what's really going on. This becomes an excuse, an opportunity for them to push an agenda. It's not that they care so much about Palestine. It's that, oh, here is an issue that will galvanize us, and if we take a certain viewpoint, we can sound as though we're being righteous. They're not being righteous, but they're trying to manipulate it to make it sound as though they are.
But they actually believe the stance that they're putting out there. And, you know, good for this freshman congressman out of Georgia, Rich McCormick, who led the censure. I think also props to Anna Paulina Luna, the freshman congresswoman who led the censure earlier this year of Adam Schiff. Yeah. It gave Republicans really a lot of courage to pursue these kinds of censures. I also want to know if the rest of the Hamas caucus is next. Ilhan Omar, AOC, Cori Bush, they've all had this kind of inflammatory language on the House floor and elsewhere. Are censures of them next?
Well, part of the issue, I think, is the White House and the fact that, you know, they're coming up and feeding this with their group to put an end to what they call as Islamophobia. I mean, the Jewish community is scared across the country.
Under attack.
We're not seeing this kind of attack. We haven't seen this kind of attack since Nazi Germany. And it's very troubling that we're not hearing more about this from the White House. And when asked about it, they say, oh, yeah, we're coming up with a group to counter Islamophobia. And just
worse,
say it in your face.
Worse, from the White House and from former President Barack Obama engaging in this kind of disgusting moral equivalence between Hamas and the Israelis who are trying to defend themselves after this incredible loss of innocent life. It is disgusting.
Yeah, and it's political. How do you...
Highly.
It's terrible.
Well, I think that is falling in the Republicans' lap. I mean, look, obviously we saw the results last night. We're going to get into it. Abortion is not working for the Republicans. They need to figure out their messaging.
Get out of my uterus.
Exactly.
Republicans need to figure it out.
But when it comes to this, Biden and Obama to a lesser degree, but mostly Biden has put himself in a really untenable position. You can't lose liberal Jews and win an election in the major cities. That's exactly what he's doing. He's also potentially losing the Muslim vote in places like Michigan. So he is on his heels, or whoever the nominee is going to be for the Democrats is on their heels. Republicans need to take advantage of this. The question is, will they? And if Republicans ultimately get in, they need to be crystal clear to the discussion of the panel's point. We stand firmly behind Israel. They're allowed to fight their war the way they want to fight their war because nobody told us how to fight after 9/11.
Well, this war has divided liberals, I think. I think there are liberals now who are questioning this White House, questioning what they've been supporting, given this pushback against anti-Semitism and the fact that they're not doing doing anything about it. What do you think?
Yeah, well, there is a civil war going on in the Democrat Party from the radicals and then from whatever is left of sort of the mainstream in the Democratic Party. But the radicals are driving the bus. And so you're seeing a hemorrhaging of support of Joe Biden, to your point, Todd, among African Americans, among the Muslim community, and voters under the age of 30. Now, all for the wrong reasons, because they are supporting Hamas and this kind of radical, rabid anti-Semitism, which is really revolting. But he is hemorrhaging support. And the Democrats see this, and they have no way, at least as far as I've seen, to try to control the most radical elements in their party.